What's up with it, y'all? We're back with another one, and for this one we're talking about Sedona Prince. And if you don't know who this is a TSU 6'7" giant who might have ruined her chances of going to the WNBA behind the things on social media. So if you don't know who Sabrina Sedona is, she is a TSU athlete who changed women's sports forever. The locker rooms have changed because of the things that Sabrina Sedona brought to the public. Let's show the video.
I got something to show y'all. So for the NCAA March Madness, the biggest tournament in college basketball for women, this is our weight room. Let me show y'all the men's weight room. Now, when pictures of our weight room got released versus the men's, the NCAA came out with a statement saying that it wasn't money, it was space that was a problem. Let me show y'all something else. Here's our practice court, right? And then here's that weight room. And then here's all this extra space. If you aren't upset about this problem, then you're a part of it.
After having an amazing collegiate career, she's won multiple Player of the Weeks. She's averaged 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks every season. She had 2,759 points, 1,493 rebounds, 385 assists, and 424 steals and 924 blocks. Things have went a little left because she did not get into the NBA draft, or the WNBA draft, my apology. Due to some prior allegations that have came out against her from her past relationships, she might not have a chance in the WNBA ever. And these allegations are kind of serious. Some people have said that this woman have beat her. She's said that she's verbally abused her, done all types of things. So we're going to get into those stories right now.
Part one of who the fuck did I take to Mexico, okay? So we wake up 3 a.m. before the plane ride. Already was scared because she is not good in the mornings, okay? Was always very angry. So I tried not to step on her toes, tried to stay out of her way until we got to the airport. We got on the plane, everything was fine, and then we sat next to each other, ordered a beer, and I accidentally spilled some of my beer on her leg. So what'd she do? Got up and went and sat on the opposite side of the aisle from me for the rest of the plane ride. And what'd I do? Looked outside the window and cried until I fell asleep and until we got to Mexico. The trip that I completely paid for and planned because she said I didn't plan any dates, enough dates, or get her enough flowers. Right. Okay. Yeah. So we get off the plane, we get to the shuttle that I booked, and we get on the shuttle. We have beers waiting for us, water waiting for us, and we get into a car crash. Not even 20 minutes into the ride. If that wasn't a sign enough itself from the Mayan gods, I don't know what it was. I should have taken it. But obviously I'm not good at reading signs, okay? The first 2 nights were fine until the 3rd day came around and she was getting upset that she wasn't in control of the plans. So I told her we could do whatever she wanted to do because it was her birthday. And what she wanted to do was rent an ATV. So we went and got the ATV, we had it for the whole day, and then came nighttime. She looks at me and says, I want to go exploring. I said, okay. And so what did we do? We left our phones in the hotel room and started to drive the ATV in the dark in Mexico. We're going past the hotels, we're going past the shops, and I'm asking her where is she planning to go right now? What is her goal? And she says she wants to go to the Arch. After the Arch, it's pitch black. Like, there are Jaguar crossing signs. Okay, that was part one. We're gonna stop. Part two. Oh my God. At this point, I am begging her to turn it around and for us to do this in the daytime when we have our phones, because we left our phones to be more present in the moment. She's not answering me. She's just going and going faster. We're now past the Arch and it's pitch black and it's the scariest thing I've ever experienced. And I'm begging her, screaming, please stop the ATV. Please stop the ATV. And she stops it as hard as she can, shoves me to the ground, looks me dead in my eyes, and then takes off and leaves me in the pitch fucking black. So what do? I get up and I start running for my fucking life because I don't know what else. I didn't know what else to do in that situation. I'm literally telling myself, you're going to make it, Liv. You're going to make it. All I can hear are the sounds of my footsteps on the fucking ground because you can't hear anything else. It's pitch black jungle. Okay? For like 5 minutes, I am running for my life. And the thoughts that were running through my head, I can't even put into words. But I see her headlights coming back. I see the headlights coming back, and as soon as she gets to me, she flips it on its side. And what do? I fucking still run over to her, and I'm like, baby, are you okay? Trying to make sure that she's okay. She shoves me, tells me to get the fuck off of her, that it's my fault we're in this situation, that I held her back. So I'm like, all right, you just crashed off an ATV. Let me flip this over. It wouldn't start. So then I see a car coming down the street and I wave them down, and it was a car filled with 10 guys in the back of the truck, okay? And thank God that they were good people. I asked them to tow us to our hotel that's a few miles away. They tie up our ATV and she's steering it as we're now going 35 miles per hour behind the back of a truck in the middle of a jungle. She is swerving it, yelling at me, we're broken up. I'm breaking up with you. This is your fault. You're holding me back. And I'm literally saying, okay, we're broken up. Okay, let's just talk about this when we get back. Please stop swerving. I black out. So now we're walking back after both being crashed off an ATV. And I pushed it, by the way, into the jungle. I was like, I will deal with this tomorrow. We're walking now, and she is skipping back and forth. Woo, I'm single. Woo, I'm single. Where's my short Latina baddie at? Where's my little Latina baddie? I'm like, what am I even experiencing right now? So then we get into a taxi that happened to be driving down the street. We get into it, and we get taken to the hotel, and the hotel security had to escort her up to the room because she couldn't physically hold herself up. But the next day we woke up and it was her birthday. So it's now her birthday, and I've woken up and I'm kissing on her, loving on her, and I'm like, baby, it's your birthday. Like, let's have a good day today. Let's pretend that yesterday didn't happen. And she shoves me away from her. She's like, we're broken up. I'm done with you. I don't want to spend my birthday with you. Fuck you. And rolls her head into the pillow. So I'm like, how can I make her day better? Still trying. And I called the ATV guy and I was like, yo, we just crashed. Can you have someone come pick me up to figure out what to do? And so he had someone come pick me up on a moped after just crashing on an ATV. So of course I didn't want to get on it, but I did. And we have to go find the ATV in the middle of the jungle. And we did. They assessed it. It was $800, so of course I just paid for it up front right away. And then I stopped at the pharmacy. I got her ibuprofen, Neosporin, bandages, anything I could think of. And I stopped at the front desk and I was like, hey, we just got in an accident. Do you have anything that could possibly help? And brought up a medical team to our room. And when they saw my wounds and then they saw hers, they were like, oh yeah, she needs help first. And I could just see her in the corner of my eye getting pissed off at the fact that I was getting help first. I was like, I can't do anything right, dude. After the medical team leaves, I literally put Neosporin on her, put bandages on her, and I'm reapplying it every hour. And not once did she ask if I was okay. And I literally at one point was like, do you not understand that I also fell off an ATV too? That I'm doing everything I can today to make your day better, and you're just pushing me away. And all I got was an eye roll and then a turn into the pillow. So I spent that day for hours circling the hotel room, losing my mind, just thinking of what I could do to wake her up or make her feel better. And she knew. I made reservations for 8:30. And she wakes up at 8 o'clock, of course. Shoots up right out of bed. She goes, you know what? I'm going to spend my birthday alone. Fuck you. It's the end of that part.
Now, after these videos are published and social media takes over and throws it everywhere, this woman had started receiving death threats. So she responded and came out and said that she was receiving a whole lot of death threats, but multiple women started coming out about this. You know, so this is going to be her side, and then we're going to get into the fact that there are multiple women that she's done this to.
Hello, everyone. I have seen and heard everything that's been said and what's transpired these last few weeks on the internet, and I have been quiet because I've genuinely just been listening and taking everything in. I have been holding myself accountable and reflecting into the mistakes that I've made and the things I've done in my past in order to be completely honest and transparent with y'all and hold myself accountable to the internet, right? Like I should have done a long time ago. And I wasn't ready to yet until last night. My parents were brought into this, and now my 60 and almost 70-year-old mother and father have been receiving countless death threats and getting harassed all day and are scared. It's cruel, it's wrong, and it's not the way that we should hold each other accountable. It's just not right. Now, I have never abused anybody in my life. That's not who I am. That's not what I do. That's not what I stand for. I've never abused anybody emotionally, physically, mentally, verbally. That's not me, and that's not what I've done. That's not who I am. Now, in saying that, though, right, I know that I have not been the best partner, and I take accountability for that. I have not been a great girlfriend at times, and I have fallen short so many times in my relationships. I wanted to give my all. I wanted to be the best partner that I could be. I just didn't have the right tools at the time, and I wasn't that complete person that I thought that I was. And to my ex-girlfriends, I genuinely am sorry. I really am. These past 4 months, and a lot of, the last years of my life, but especially these past 4 months, I have been completely off social media and locked out from all the outside noise in the world to focus on myself and to go to intense trauma therapy and to heal so much pain that's been with me, right, for so long and affecting the choices that I make and the things that I do in my adult life. I have been journaling, right, meditating, these things that I need to do in order to be the best person that I can be and consistently grow and heal and learn and develop into the human being and the adult that I know that I can be. I hope that everyone involved in this can just find peace and healing and forgiveness, and that we can move on and learn something from this, and that, you all know that in my life, all I strive to do is to be good and to give back and to help people and to make this world a better place. And that's all I will continue to do. It is. So, thanks. I've just been listening and taking everything in. I have been holding myself accountable and reflecting into the mistakes that I've made and the things I've done in my past in order to be completely honest and transparent with y'all and hold myself accountable to the internet, right? Like I should have done a long time ago. Now, I have never abused anybody in my life. That's not who I am. That's not what I do. That's not what I stand for. I've never abused anybody emotionally, physically, mentally, verbally.
What kind of apology is that? First off, taking accountability and then justifying your actions in the same video is not an apology. You confessed to me, my mom, Joe, everyone in my life. I have you literally taking accountability on text message, documented. Are we serious? And I don't believe in sending death threats to a person, but I also don't believe in gaslighting somebody into thinking that what happened didn't happen. Not only do I deserve an apology, Alyssa deserves one, Riley deserves one, Faithlyn deserves one. You didn't take accountability for anything. This is a bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry, but an apology is not making excuses for your actions in the same video. It's not. You left me in the jungle. You pushed me off the ATV, and I crashed off of it. You didn't talk to me your entire birthday and let me literally lose my mind in that hotel room, trying everything I could to help your day, until you then cheated on me right in front of my face with your boobies out. Remember that? Remember the video I have of that too? Yeah. There was no accountability taken whatsoever in this video, and I think you just should have not. You hit me, Sedona, multiple times, and then proceeded to square up over me and said, "I'm 6'7", bitch. You want to know what domestic abuse is? I'll show you." Because I was screaming at you, telling you to stop. And you know that. You took accountability for fucking everything. You told me you were gonna get intensive therapy immediately after. But what did you do? You went and were with a whole nother woman in New York and then proceeded to hurt her because you were so blackout drunk. In case you needed a reality check, this happened in May. It's August. It's only been 3 fucking months. And if you were able to get therapy in that amount of time to rewire whatever trauma that caused you to do what you did to me and multiple other women, send that number my way, please. I honestly would have you rather stayed quiet than come forward with this bullshit excuse of an apology. So, thank you. Bye.
Now, I have never abused anybody in my life.
I wasn't even gonna make this video, but after obviously Liv came out with everything and my recent situation with Sedona, I felt called to share because my experience shared a lot of similarities to her experience. Mind you, her and I had a very short situationship, so that's obviously very alarming considering they were in a very long-term relationship. Long story short, a friend had set us up and we kind of, immediately connected. She's very charming and very good, I think, at like showing you this very sweet side to her that I think, can be very attractive to the normal girl. So then we FaceTimed, and immediately the next day she was like, "I want to come see you." She booked her flight, and then I guess she woke up and she was sober the next day, canceled her flight. Then she's like, "I really want you to come see me." And so we're talking for, a week longer at this point, a week and a half longer. And I'm like, okay, I will go see you. In total, I was there for 2 days. I go, she seems really sweet, very level-headed, very normal, to the point where I left the trip and I was like, why don't you come to New York and spend Pride with me and meet some of my friends? To then, this is where everything went south, and this was the last time I ever saw her again, and I will ever let a woman or anyone ever put their hands on me again.
Now, she's going to go on to explain how she was graphically beat. She was beat down because this woman was in a drunken rage, ran in her room and beat her up. Now, with all of these allegations going on, Sedona's last situation she wanted to do is actually come out and apologize. Now, if she had kept quiet about all this stuff, it might have been brushed under the rug. But the WNBA has found out about these allegations. It has been a big thing for over a year, and I am just finding out because she did not get drafted. And the reason she wasn't drafted was because the WNBA did not want her around, especially with such violent accusations against her, against women. Domestic violence is not a good thing. It is not. Even you women and men, I heard the gay couples is the one that beat on each other the most. And I'm not trying to put anything against the LGBT community, but these types of things happen. And a behemoth of a woman like that, that is 6'7", is not the type of woman that a 5'8". Did you see the video of them dancing? That was them. This is them. Yes, dancing around. Do you see this? She is way too small to be beat by this large woman. And if these accusations are real, this is the reason that Sedona Prince will never, ever see the WNBA ever in her life. And hey, for those that are out there doing good in life, stick to doing good. Stick to loving your partner and stuff like that. Don't put your hands on these women. It's not even worth the time. And most of the time, it's over something stupid. A simple conversation could have easily got all this out the way. But with emotions high and how everybody lives with their feelings in their pockets, the world is going to a crumble. All right, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me how y'all feel at the bottom. I'm out of here.